I don't know why all you just play so much, you know. This is the first thing I see in the morning when I wake up looking at this thing here. Observer, y'all playing too much now. You're ramping too rough now. People, it's not going to happen. Let me tell you something. Now, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. I am here wearing my SouFLoTV shirt, and I am sipping from my SouFLoTV cup. And you are on SouFLoTV, so SouFlo is going to say what SouFlo wants to say on SouFLoTV. I will keep it respectful for everybody, but I'm going to read you some comments that might not be so respectful, but remember, they are not my views and thoughts. I will give you my views and thoughts on this. We're not ready, Jamaica. We're not ready. We're not ready for this at all, and I'm going to explain to you why. All right? Let me say it first short-handedly because a lot of people don't listen. So let me say it like this. If the USA doesn't do it first, then Jamaica definitely won't do it. It has to pass in the US first. It has to be something that happens in the US commonly first before this can even fly at Jamaica. Worst part, Jamaica out of all places. Anyway, so former PNP activists starts campaign to run as independent in St. Andrew, Northeastern. A 29, hear this, you must have missed the headline. The headline says, Transgender candidate for 2021. A 29-year-old political activist is seeking to become the first openly transgender member of parliament to sit in the House of Representatives. Sips tea. Me mint hot this morning. Right now I'm uploading morning thoughts, and you should check that one out. Opening a church in Jamaica. But anyway, Richards has said that he will run as an independent candidate in St. Andrew Northeastern constituency in the next general election, constitutionally due in 2021. The constituency is presently represented by Delroy Chuck of the ruling JLP Jamaica Labour Party. Richards, who broke ranks with the People's National Party on Monday, said he had been a member of the party since he was 15 years old. I don't know what 15-year-olds know about politics to the depths where they are a member of a party and all that, but sips tea. I'm reading this as a he, and the headline says transgender, so I'm guessing this is a she that transgendered or transformed into a he, right? There has been a change of plan. As of today, Monday, I am in the process of putting together a campaign team. I'm going to be running as an independent candidate. It's complicated. It's very complicated. And people try to be politically correct when it comes to the LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning or queer. This thing gets longer, I swear, every time I hear it. Me just give them the whole of the rest of the alphabet because LGBTQ, RSTUV, WX, Y, and Z, and left it right there. So because I'm sure that there are going to be more added to this. I, for one, are telling you that this is what it means. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning or queer people speaking out. It gets challenging, but I will be the candidate in the next general election, Richards said in an interview with the Jamaica Observer. He was responding to questions regarding his decision to run on his own ticket, an independent party. And it has to be an independent party because I'm sure you were never going to run on a JLP or a PNP ticket because Jamaica just not ready for it. Let's be honest, all right? We're not ready for it. Richards said he began as a constituency representative for the PNP's youth organization before moving on to a campaign officer for John Paul White, who ran unsuccessfully in St. Andrew Northeastern. So we already had a transgender person that was the youth, PNP's youth organization representative. Okay. I was booted off that campaign by someone because of the obvious. I'm transgender. I was a woman and now I'm living as a man. I was a part of another campaign team. I was the front runner on another campaign team organizing the workers list and all of that. I've sat on the executive of the constituency for the party as the vice chair and as the youth organization representative. Quite honestly and frankly, to have a transgender person as a youth organizer representative for a strong political party, it's very fitting for 2019, because a lot of these people in 2019 will tell you this ain't no 2002, this ain't 1995, this ain't the 80s and the 70s. So people don't really want to hear about your sexuality. Them want to hear about what you can do for the people. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, today I've taken a decision to run independently. I'm not bitter nor want to badmouth the party. I'm just not leaving my future up to a decision from the party, he stated. Richard said that running as an independent candidate will have its advantages. He pointed out too what J-Flag, the whole LGBT, QRSTU, VWXYZ community is going to come out and support this candidate. That's for one. So running as an independent candidate will have its advantages. He pointed out too that he's familiar with the constituency and its constituents, even know the people and all that. He also said that being born in that area has its advantages as well, because everybody know him around there and he knows the ins and outs of the community. Don't it? Makes sense. I know Northeast St. Andrew like the back of my hand, that me say. All 72 PDs, polling divisions, having canvassed them, a man will not necessarily vote for you because he will say you're a Labourite or a comrade, but being independent does allow me access to boost voters from both the JLP and the PMP. And quite honestly, the people them tired of the same old, because JLP said them are going to do this and PNCP says they're going to do that. And when they get in power, nothing is done, right? And it's been the same story ever since up until this very day. So it got to the point where people started saying them now vote neither for JLP nor PNP, and an independent party is needed. Now, in all honesty, how realistic is this? That a transgender individual is going to run and win? That we have to talk about. Alright. He says that it allows me access to those young people, because I'm a promoter who has kept party in the spaces in Northeast St. Andrew. So that will allow young people to vote for me because of my name, he said. He said. Yeah. That part there. Here's the problem there. A lot of these young people talk a lot, but they don't vote. It's just like the whole Donald Trump thing. A lot of them, I hate Trump, but they don't show up to the voting polls. A lot of us are under the impression that voting does not count. Right? People are placed in position of power, like those positions, by the string masters for whatever reasons they place them there for their agenda. But they're not necessarily there because of the vote of the people. If you remember, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, which means more people voted for her. So if the people's vote really counted, why did we need the Electoral College to give the seat to Donald Trump anyways? You know what I'm saying? So, in that said, these people might be fine showing up at your parties and all that. Worse a party. The party crowd, a different something than politics crowd. Yeah? In the politics arena in Jamaica, what you have is religion strongly infused. And all the people that are running alongside or against this transgender individual, all they have to say is, God does not want that in Jamaica. Our children to be led by a transgender, a woman that chooses to live as a man. Confusion! Hallelujah, praise the Lord Jesus! That's all they have to say. Just like that. And they pop up. Alright, but anyway, this will rally out down to the granny pan or walking stick and come out to come vote against you because we can't leave this world to our children and great-grandchildren like this in the hands of these kinds of people. That go on. So that's a big obstacle to overcome. He said that since his time in politics, he has implemented several programs across the constituency, including special teaching classes at schools there. So he's already highly involved with the children, the youths. I also had a program where I assisted young boys who had fallen out of school to get back into school. So I have been here and I have been doing what's needed to be done here. He voted. He noted. Now, that's funny because this individual is transgender and is on the ground, boots on the ground in Jamaica, being a active part of the youths them life, right? Getting youth to drop out of school, for go back to school and finish up school and doing all these things, whether it's creating a party and an environment for people to come together and enjoy themselves, and then school programs for them to increase knowledge which is needed to move forward in life, and etc, etc, etc. Yet still, we are viewed internationally as extremely homophobic, and you cannot come out in public in Jamaica or else you have to run for your life and take care of yourself. So how is this possible? He told the Observer that being transgender will not affect his chances at the polls despite the stigma surrounding those in the LGBTQ community. I think my sexuality gives me an advantage because LGBTQ, imagine that. Your sexuality of being a homosexual or LGBTQ member gives you an advantage in Jamaica? My, times have changed. Sips tea. I think my sexuality gives me an advantage because LGBTQ persons aren't naturally prone to voting, and I live in Upper St. Andrew. In this constituency, most of the communities are large, so that will give me an advantage whether it's a familiar face or a person of said persuasion. I also think that it's the right time. We're at a place where we've left from Carleen Curlew, who has done so much in her one term as Member of Parliament, to Delroy Chuck, whom the JLP rewarded as Minister of Justice. He has served so many positions in the JLP, and to be frank, this constituency is the smallest constituency in terms of size across Jamaica, and the constituency with the least lower level or poor constituents, and he has done very little. He's receiving the same amount of money as South St. Andrew, East Kingston, and East Rural St. Andrew, which are big constituencies, and boy, he bust out Delroy Chuck bag. I tell you, throw him under the bus. He has been here for almost 18 years, and we don't have a community center. Damn. Wow. See, so these are the kind of things that I'm talking about right here. Now, to be honest with you, this transgender individual here sounds to me like someone that is actually for the people. But do they actually want someone in a position that is actually for the people? You've been here for 18 years and we don't even have a community center, and you're getting the same amount of money for that larger constituencies are getting, yet you're the smallest constituency across the whole canvas, the map of Jamaica. Sounds kind of fishy to me. No pun intended. Alright. He has been here for almost 18 years and we don't have a community center. We don't have any form of social activity geared towards killed children or at-risk youths. Damn. There is no stamp that the Member of Parliament has made in Northeast St. Andrew and look and be non-partisan and say he has done a good job. Can't do it. He said his main focus will be on the youths of the constituency if elected as MP. Now my question to you is, are you going to be comfortable with your young daughter or young lady, teenage daughter at her developing stage, vulnerable age, being under the tutelage of a transgender female. A woman, born woman, female, who is chosen now to live as a man. Now, in this day and age, we must remember, say, some people are born with both organs. You know what I'm saying? A PP and a part there. For the sake of YouTube, I won't be too graphic, but you know what I'm talking about. Some women are born with both. Some people, I should say, are born with both. Now, who are we to say which one they must identify with? They were brought into creation with both, right? So should it not be their choice which one they choose to identify with? And without going too far, too deep into this one, for lack of better words chosen, without going too far in to this one, medical records and all that, we don't know. Could very well be one of those cases. People are gonna have big questions about that, right? So I come over here to the Jamaica Observer on Instagram, and let me read you some of the comments and tell you how the people are feeling out there. So Susie Austin says, this is the part that I have a problem with. Why do I need to know your sexual preference? Why push it up in my face? We don't care. Me telling us that them never care. We don't care. Just do the job you want. Go about life and respect each other. Your job has nothing to do with what you want to identify yourself as. All I am saying, stop pushing stuff in our faces, man, and just keep it moving. And it had 229 likes on that one. People agreed. Here is Ro Palomino. Ro Palomino says, shame on all of you. Who are you to judge that person solely on their identity? It's 2019. Evolve. Their choice has nothing to do with you personally. So let them be. It doesn't mean they aren't qualified for the job. And this is exactly what I said earlier. But you see, when the newspaper take it and splash it across the headline and say transgender, then we have no choice but to pay attention to the part that says transgender. When a man that professes to be a heterosexual male is running for office, it is just assumed that he's a candidate running for office. No one cares if it doesn't say heterosexual candidate for office, or if it's a man that is gay, it doesn't say homosexual man candidate for office. So if a transgender individual is running for office, why let the newspaper put up transgender? Or maybe it could be one of them cases where people turn out to vote and then see that this is a woman, but oh, she go on like a man, so. Oh, but it's a transgender. Oh, you draw me out if you come vote for you, move your Alright? The world is blind. Sneaky the General says the world is blind. And as the darkness descended upon earth, only hope those who are rooted in morals, principles, and followers of the correct biblical teachings will continue to stand for something. It's just like a brother tell me the other day about a man must wear his beard, and it's a badge of honor and manliness, and he going to quote Bible scriptures where he say, thou shalt not mar the corner of thy beard and all this stuff. And but brother, you have wife and side chick. Yeah, you stress out your wife. Some of you have picnic where haven't seen y'all since God knows when, and would do good with a father being around. You know what I mean? You grow out your beard now because the girl them say it's trending and I want a man with a beard and them kind of something there. Me shave my face because I'm in a profession that requires me to shave my face and keep myself clean cut, as it's called in today's society, and make a better way for my children. Right? So who's more upstanding? But people have them thing confused, and they're going to go to the Bible for the part that they want to fling at you. Yeah, you see that fling at you. But they're not going to go to the Bible for all their sins. I'll show you which part they're messing up. Yeah man, it's right here. So thou shalt not commit adultery or fornication. My whole life I bear adultery me I commit, and then me, after me get married I bear fornication me that commit. And but they're not telling you all that. They're gonna draw a Bible scripture, tell you about your beard, about tell you about your sexuality in a verse, something chapter, something round there, so back a one part in there, so and people are funny when it comes, and that's what that's what I was saying. Alright? Let me read one more comment. Somebody says, yeah, the bad girl says we need to vote on issues and not on someone's sexuality, which is perfectly true. The problem is, Shauna Gay says, wrong country bossy, / miss. Wrong country. And then Kamikam says, we are not ready for this. In closing this video, I'm going to say this again. Like I said in the beginning, this is no homophobic video. I know how y'all like, oh yes, they're homophobic because they said, I never said anything against anyone of the LGBTQRSTUVXYZ community or LGBTQ community as they like to be referred to now. I keep saying QRSTUVXYZ because it keeps getting longer. First it was LGBT, then it's the LGBTQ. I'm sure more is coming for whatever else it means out there, right? Not a disrespect. And I want y'all to know that if in the United States of America, transgender people are not high up in politics, they can work behind the scenes all they want to. It's always been that way. And sadly, but not sadly, but sadly for some, but not for some, a lot of people prefer it that way. You're our friends, right? Behind the scenes. That's how them want it. Because there are a lot of people out there like artists that sing about man to woman only and all this, but in a studio is a gay man do the mixing on the board and the mastering of the music and the engineering and all that other stuff. Somewhere in the camp is somebody that has a broken or a limbed wrist, and they know this. You know what I'm saying? So we have always associated with, just like me, I work in the field of occupational therapy, and when I go to work in my field, I have other therapists, a speech pathologist, I have a physical therapist, even a doctor or a nurse or a CNA openly gay at work, and it ain't hard to tell. What am I going to do? Am I going to say, "Cho, me I tear up my degree and dash away and I'm not working in this field because I have to work around people that are like this"? No, you work with them, right? And you don't make it be a part of your life because that's not your focus, that's not your aim. So my issue with this is splashing that transgender so big and bold across the freaking papers. Headline sexuality is going to cause an issue. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me if you think that we're ready for this. And like I said before, I don't think we are. I think if it was common to do in the US, then Jamaica would adopt it too. You know, so we copy the US hard, man, adapt everything what them do and them kind of thing. They all celebrate birthdays, not birthday, holidays that have nothing to do with Jamaica just because them, you know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of a world. Leave your comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.